It's New Music Friday, and there were not many albums I was excited for besides Alfredo 2. I knew Youngboy was also dropping, but I didn't. I don't know. I'm not a big Youngboy fan myself. Maybe I'll listen to it, but that's a big, 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 big maybe. And I'm gonna out myself right now. I've never listened to the first Alfredo, so this is really or any other Freddie Gibbs album by that remark. I have listened to Life Is Beautiful, which The Alchemist has he produced that with Larry June and 2 Chainz, which I thought that was a pretty solid jazz album as well. So, with this being my first experience of Freddie Gibbs, I was going in there with a very open mind. I had been told by one of my friends that I need to listen to Freddie Gibbs because he's fire. And let me tell you, spoilers, he was not wrong. This album was pretty freaking good, man. Before I get into my thoughts as the album as a whole, just like I did with my review on Don't Tap the Glass, I'm going to go over each song, each track, just to give you my thoughts on them. Alfredo 2 has 14 tracks on it, running at 47 minutes, and that first track is 1995. I'm not really sure what the significance of 1995 is. Freddie Gibbs and the Alchemist were not born in 1995, so I don't really know. I'm sure there's some digging into this album as to why it is. I don't know. I'm not going to look that far into the meaning of that. But this is such a banger track to start off with. I love the sample. I think it's a very heavenly sample. I think Freddie Gibbs is spitting on this. I love the rhyme scheme that he has in this. The guitar that comes in and starts fucking jamming out in the middle of the song is amazing. I think it really elevates this. And I think any rap song that has a guitar added to it instantly makes it better. Think about Drugs, You Should Try It. That guitar makes that beat so much better, and the guitar in this makes this beat so much better. There's one part where it gets kind of high pitched, and I like that part. It's kind of just it's a stimming sound for me, I guess. I don't know. I'm not autistic or anything, or am I? I don't know. Um, and I really like the bar where he goes, "More bitches on this field than Jerry Jones." I think that's a really funny line. This is by far my favorite track on this whole album, and I've listened to this twice today, and I can easily say that 1995 is my favorite. But I think that there are a lot of songs that come really close to it. Next is Mar-a-Lago. I like the transition from 1995 to this. It kind of seamlessly does that, almost like in Hurry Up Tomorrow. But this is not a Weekend album. This is a Freddie Gibbs album, and this beat to me felt somewhat nostalgic. I don't know why. And other than that, I really don't have a lot to say about this track. I couldn't find any bars that I thought really popped out to me. I think this is a fine song. I just don't have a lot to say about it. Next is Lemon Pepper Steppers, which has a really, really chill vibe to it. I think Freddie really starts spitting on this. I like the pausing of the beat to kind of let Freddie just spit. Just let him spit. Let him spit these bars out. Let him spit these lines out. I don't have too much to say about it. I did really like this one, although I did not write a lot about it. Again, this is another one that I couldn't really find like bars that stuck out to me, but I think the vibe really, really carries the song for it. And again, Freddie Gibbs do be spitting here. Next is Enchilada featuring Anderson .Paak. I was really excited for this because I love the collab album between Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars, and I think the piano at the beginning of the song really sets the tone for how good this song will be. And this will be a very common trend on this album, but Freddie Gibbs is spitting on this song once again, and Anderson .Paak sounds amazing on this track, and his ad-libs where he goes like, ooh, ah. I'm not doing it justice, but it sounds really, really, really good. And I instantly added this to my 7th Drive playlist, which it takes a little bit to add to that because I only put bangers on there. So I think this song is a banger, and I think it fits that vibe of driving around your car in the summer. Next is Empanadas. I really like the sample at the beginning of this song. It really gets my head bopping, sort of like it's like that rule from Don't Tap the Glass. You gotta be moving, man. You gotta be moving. This shit got me moving. Never catch feelings. These bitches could suck 100 dicks. I think it's a really fire bar. It really stuck out to me off of this track. It's got a really good vibe to it. I like the ending of the song where the beat kind of sounds like it's like circling your head. I really like when songs do that. I'm glad it's not an overused thing in songs because then it would suck on this track because I'd be like, man, this sucks. Next is Skinny Suge 2. I Am a Nightmare Walking part is pretty chill. I like how we I really like that bar, and I've heard it in other songs, but I can't think of it off the top of my head right now or when I was writing that. I think Squeeze the Poison Out of the Scorpion Mandalorian is a fucking bar, man. I love that. It's one of my favorite beats on the album for sure. And it kind of reminds me of "Say You Will" off of "808s and Heartbreak" by Kanye. In this song is just full of bars. This is definitely one. If you don't want to listen to the whole album, I would recommend listening to Skinny Shook too. Next is "Feeling" featuring Larry June. And this does feel like it could be something off of "Life Is Beautiful." Like if you put this onto that album, I think it would fit perfectly. Larry June really does his thing on this. Freddie Gibbs is doing his thing on this song. He's really spitting. And this is just an unbelievably chill song. It's so chill, dude. And I really like the part in the song where it has like that ringing phone. It's not supposed to be funny at all, but it kind of made me chuckle. I think it's fine being in the song. And I really like the flute at the end of it. I think it really it adds to the chill factor that this song is bringing. Next is "I Still Love Her." This has a really chill vibe, and that is a very common theme between all of these songs. So I think I'm gonna stop using that as a factor from now on. And there's some bars in this song for sure, dude. And there's I don't know, maybe a Kanye reference here where he goes, "I don't care what none of y'all say, I still love her," which really reminds me of that line from Gold Digger. But that could just be a real stretch for me, because Kanye definitely could not have been the first person to say that, and I would definitely believe that. Next is "Shangri-La," which has nothing to do with COD zombies. This has kind of a romantic vibe to it, I can't even lie. Freddie spitting again, once again, there's the theme. And I really like the bar that says, "Your heart was already broken, I picked it up, I ain't responsible." I really like that. I don't connect to it, I just thought that was kind of clever in a way, you know what I mean? Because he's saying, "Listen, girl, your heart was broken before I showed up, and I'm not the reason that you're fucked up, dude. You know, I'm here dealing with it now or something. I don't know." Next is "Gas Station Sushi," which is my least favorite song on the entire album. But I still really fuck with this song. I do not think this song is bad by any means. Just compared to the other 13 tracks, I don't really think that this song is that great. The only line that I really liked, and I don't even remember it that well, it just mentions Kamala and Trump, and I thought that was really funny to me. Anyways, next is "Lavish Habits," where I believe he disses Gunna in this song. He also mentions Diddy and Patrick Mahomes' father, which is kind of funny to me, just thinking of those two. This also has that one thing I was mentioning earlier of having a guitar on a beat. It makes this beat 100 times better and makes it even more chill. Next is "Gold Feet," and I could tell instantly right as I heard the beat come out that it was made for Jid to be on it. He fit on this so well. I thought he was spitting on this. I loved his rhyme scheme, and it made me excited for the album that he's releasing soon. And on top of this, Freddie Gibbs holds his own compared to Jid, and he has his own good rhyme scheme that he has going on. And I think the transition from Freddie to Jid is also really good in this song. And this beat also feels a little nostalgic to me for some reason. I don't know why. It gives me like nostalgic vibes. I can't explain why. I just get that from it. Next is Jean Claude, and I really like the "She loved me, she loved me, she loved me not" part. It's very very childish, and I don't know. I just like it, dude. And I do really like the song, but sometimes it feels like Freddie Gibbs isn't always on pace with the beat. It feels like he's a little ahead of it sometimes or a little behind it, and I don't know, it just feels weird. I like it more than "Gas Station Sushi," but I would put it at the 13. You know, "Gas Station" comes in 14, this song comes in 13th for me. And to end the album, it has "1,000 Mountains," which, I mean, the flute or whatever woodwind instrument on this beat makes it so fire. And it mentions Andre 3000, which makes me think that it is a flute on this beat. I'll be honest, guys. That is my theory, is that it is a flute. And to reinforce this theory that I have going on, that this is in fact a flute, he mentions a flute in the song. So this has to be a flute on the beat. I am not crazy. I am not crazy. I am not. Anyways, I think he does really have some bars on this song. I think every song has some bars, but on this one in particular, for some reason I really liked "Seven Left, I Should Go for 1,000." I don't know why. It just really stuck out to me more than anything on this, especially on my second playthrough. I think, even though I've never listened to the first Alfredo, after listening to this one, I mean, I'm wanting to listen to Freddie Gibbs' whole discography. So I think that this is an album that you should definitely listen to. I think you're definitely missing out on songs that you could add to your playlist 100%. I love this album instantly. If I have to give it a rating, and this means nothing to anyone except for me really, or maybe if you want to listen to it, I would give this maybe an 8.5 to a 9. I think that this album is so unbelievably chill, and the vibes are literally unmatched. I mean, this album has literally made me a Freddie Gibbs song, and I again cannot recommend listening to this album because I think you literally are missing out on songs that you could be adding to your playlist, adding to the rotation, putting on aux. Well, this has been my review of Alfredo 2. If you liked it, maybe like, maybe subscribe. I don't know. I'm not going to force you. Do whatever you want to do. You're your own person. Literally do what you want to do. I'm still thinking of maybe doing Jack Boys 2. I think I'm definitely going to do Let God Sort It Out because I really like that album, but I really am on the fence about Jack Boys 2 because I really don't know if I want to listen to it again. But anyways, go listen to Alfredo 2. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.